Blessings and good chi, everybody. This is the Fire Element. Let's come to our Wuji stance to begin to learn this form. Feet shoulder width apart, hips hanging down. Hopefully this Wuji template is becoming more familiar in your body, that you've been practicing it for a while now. Hands, palms resting on the table. Take a moment to take 3 nice big sighs into the belly and the heart. Taking this first moment to check in with the physical body, where you may be holding any tensions. The emotional body, is there any fears, worries, judgments of the mind, anything showing up for you? At this point in the practice, not needing to change or shift that, just becoming aware of what you're holding here and now. Activating the inner smile, that inner sense of compassion that can hold it all. In medical Qigong in particular, we're doing a lot of self-healing work, and this is both for the physical body as well as the habitual patterns of mind. This is why I integrate a fair amount of pointings towards self-love opportunities in the practice, because how we relate to ourselves is how we relate to really life itself and all other people. So these little pointing towards opportunities where we can give our self-love and smile inwardly, it's like doing mirror work. We can look in a mirror and see ourselves, smile at ourselves, and this teaches the body to have a positive relationship with itself. I'm spending a little bit more time talking about self-love because the fire element is associated with the heart. So a little extra emphasis on the heart smiling, opening like a flower petal blossoming. And we're going to work on that in our movement, but first let's warm up the body with a little bit of twisting. Twisting from the quad, the hip region, with the vertical axis of the spine rotating. You can add in the feet. The head can be in a neutral position forward. There's many ways to do this movement, but focus on being fully embodied as you do this movement. I always like to poke people, especially when teaching a large class, because sometimes I'll see people with like a neutral face and it's just like a very sleepy face. So the full embodiment of the posture is the expression of the posture on the face. So sometimes that is the little smirk, and sometimes the little smirk feels inauthentic. You're just trying to like force it up, but just keep doing it. Focus on where you want to go till a real authentic smile comes. Sometimes you got to work through a little bit of your own self-pity or victimization or the stress that's built up in the system to reclaim the natural contentment that is inside. Little tapping up of the chest region. We can throw a hand palm up, tapping also in the kidney space in the back. In medical Qigong, the tap can be quite light, but it's not just the tapping we're using. What we're tapping, we're breathing to on the inside. So wherever you're tapping, send the breath there. You can also tap quite hard. And this can be more like a martial Qigong or like a cultivation of the body. But in medical, just a gentle tap is enough to bring the energy to the regions we want. And, you guessed it, a few more big sighs. And 3, pulling down the heavens. Inhale, gathering from earth, heavens, and then washing away stress and tension, sending it down through the feet. Wuji standing. In many things in life, we are making ourselves better by adding more. We're building more muscle or skills. And there's some of that comes through a lot of these internal arts practices, but a lot of it is our capacity to let go of things, to dissolve layers of stories or let go of emotions or identities, stress from the system, and to dissolve deeper and deeper into our own center. And if we go deep enough, ultimately we go back to the fundamental nature of reality, the ground of being. We can merge back with the Tao. That's like the highest of practices that we can go to. So yes, we're building a body through this, and I wouldn't say it's going to give you a six-pack abs and a big muscular frame. Actually, we're learning to release the muscles. So in some sense, it's the exact opposite. Not that you can't build muscle while practicing, but we're learning to let go. And it's a balancing act of the things that we do to build ourselves up and the capacity we have to let go. That's part of the dynamic balance of yin and yang. Let's practice the Fire Qigong movement. So we're going to show it from the side in a few different angles. We have a mudra here in which we make like a claw fist with a little tension in all the fingers. And as we're doing that, we round in, tucking chin and tailbone. And then the second part is to press the hands palms out and then push the solar plexus out. As you round in, the solar plexus depresses. And then energetically find the center of your heart. And then as you expand like you'd a bomb, you a balloon, you everything blowing up in all directions to the farthest reaches of the universe. And then go back in, finding the center of the center. This is where you claw the mudra in, contract inwards. And then expand as you exhale. You can use the ha sound or a sigh. And then energetically, like 360 degrees, you're expanding out and then coming back in. So this movement has a nice spinal flexion, a little extension. But more importantly is the energy of what we're doing. As we're going in, we're doing just that through the layers of the ego and the mind to come closer to the center of the center, like the spiritual and energetic heart, and then to expand out through those layers, to open up through the heart. If there's any congestion or holding patterns, having an opportunity to break through some of that turbulent or blocked chi, and continuing that movement. And then just like we did before, let go of the exhaling or inhaling in any particular part on the movement. Let the breath become natural, but still keep those energetic principles. When doing any kind of movement in Qigong, there's a principle that says go to about 70% of where you could go. So when you're rounding in or you're stretching out, don't stretch out to 100% of how far you could reach your arms out, just to about 70%. If we go more than that, the musculature tenses up too much and the Qi gets blocked. So there's a middle way between over-efforting and under-efforting that we want to fine-tune. And then we'll do a pausing of the movement. So stay in your rounded position. Go in closer towards the center of the center of the center. And then expand out, and then hold the hands palms out, and then hold your awareness like an expanded view, reaching out to the farthest reaches of the universe. And then the hands, palms will come up to the top of the head, palms facing down, and then slowly sink the chi down through the body, moving the consciousness through the layers of skin, muscle, bone. Slowly sink the palms all the way down past the diaphragm, and then hold the awareness in the dantian, in the wuji position. No intention to manipulate the breath or contrive anything, simply observing. And storing it in, 9 rotations, both directions. And we'll finish a hand on the heart, a hand on the belly with 3 nice sighs. Becoming nice and still in the body and quiet in the mind to best feel and listen for the heartbeat. In Chinese medicine, they say that the Shen communicates through the heart, which means the spirit. And this echoes the intelligence and recognition that the heart has a mind of its own. And it communicates with us. It has an intelligence. And when we tune into it, meaning we place our attention there, we practice listening into it, and there's a guidance that comes. So attune to the heart, and as you go about your day, do your best to stay connected to that rhythm of life that connects all of us. Thank you for practicing. See you in the next video.